Look at this sitting in front of the old homestead. VTUVIA electric bike. Riding is the scenery. But this box is beat up. Look at this. Look at that box. Oh yeah. Damn it. Look at this thing. Yeah, and they're getting bigger and bigger, I'm telling you. Check out those guys up there. Very cool. Back to business. VTUVIA, riding is the scenery. Oh, let's crack this baby open and let's see what we got. Another review this with Starboard Bow. Start. Where do we start? This is that. Okay. See, you got the toolkit, user's guide, pedals to the metals, some screws. I'm sure we'll figure all this stuff out, and I'm sure this is the AC power supply. There you go. So that's cool. So we got everything here. Let's keep the toolkit out. And let's keep that out. Pedals we can keep in here. User's guide we can keep in here. And what do I tell you guys all the time about Starboard Bow, guys? Starboard Bow is not an expert. Seek the expert advice from the experts, the user's manual, and VTUVIA if you have questions about the technical aspects of this bike that I might not cover today. So this is the inside of the box. You all can see that. I'm going to start pulling things out one at a time. Hopefully. Go, look out, buddy. Hey. You got to move because if this bike falls on you. Right, let's put the camera down. I want to check this out. So I'm moving this, and this thing right here is called a sunflower. So you take this out of here. I'm sure this is a big screw because it's strong enough to go through this thing. Take that screw out and take the sunflower out at the same time. Now don't lose these things. The handlebars, see the bottom of that thing right there? Those two, that sunflower, unscrewed it from there, which covered there for protection and shipping. Then you have the bottom of this thing right here, the handlebars, that just come out, right? Assuming it goes like that. You put that baby on here. And this cover, right? And you take the hex screw, put it back in there. Tight. Not very tight, but I think it's tight enough. All right, you take the handlebars, back up, Lock them up. There you go. And the bars are on. I think next step is let's put this wheel on so I can put that kickstand down and we can take care of business. So let's put the wheel on. Got VTUVIA to put together right out of the box. Got a couple of challenges that I ran into, but all is good. I'm gonna go ahead and double check everything, make sure everything is tightened up. Then I'm gonna take it for a ride, and we're gonna really let you know what VTUVIA is all about. So when you unhook this latch, you gotta push it, you hear that click, you gotta push this up and then pull it towards you to fold it. And then all you do is bike back like that, and you fold it. You can put it down on the stand right there. You got a stand right there that holds it. You pull this up here, drop this down hopefully there. There you go. Jump on this thing, do a test drive. Let's go over those specifications real quick. It's a 750 watt rear brushless motor. Most of the motors that are on these bikes are 500 watts, so that's a benefit right there. The battery is a 48 volt, 13 amp hour lithium ion battery. The range says about 22 miles, electric only, 35 miles pedal assist. Basically, you got 1, 2. I mean, if you're just using electric and you can go 22 miles, that's really good. Now, understand, we're talking miles flat, and you start going uphill. If you start going uphill, obviously you're going to bring that up to 3 or 4 pedal assist. That's not going to be behoove you when it comes to the distance, but it says 35 miles on pedal assist. That's really good. Charging time with obviously a 240 volt smart charger. Takes about 5 to 6 hours to charge this baby up. Okay, we got the frame, which is aluminum alloy frame, which means it could be lighter when it's, you know, it folds, so that's easy to get in back of the trunk like I showed you guys earlier. It's foldable pedals. On the pedals themselves, they're flat like this, but you can fold them to where they're straight up, so that when you're folding up the bike, you want to fold the pedals so they're flat. Takes up less room when you're putting it in the back. So you got a front fork suspension, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can test it. There's a little switch on there that you turn it on and off, and open means it's going to go up and down, and you kind of adjust it a little bit. But yeah, I haven't really gone a lot of off-roading, but having a suspension on the front fork, that's beneficial, especially when you're getting on some gravel or some dirt roads, that kind of stuff. So you got Logan disc brakes in the rear. You got Logan disc brakes in the front. Disc brakes meaning you got pads on there, so you got to kind of go through those. They have those brakes now that are not obviously disc brakes. Oh God, I'm having a brain fart. I can't remember, but these are disc brakes, front disc. They have pads, and you will go through those pads pretty quick if you do a lot of riding. It's an LCD display. It's got LED. It's got a headlight in the front and a tail light in the back. We'll go over that stuff. Aluminum alloy crank, aluminum alloy seat post right underneath There is your seat post. This one's a white, obviously white color. It's the pedal mode, power assist mode, and full electronic mode. Power assist mode is when you're using your pedals with you, and then the full electric mode is just using the throttle. And then there's a pedal mode. Take my word for it. If you're not using the pedal assist 1 or 2, the pedal modes, I call that the exercise mode, because it's kind of like being in an exercise in a gym where you're using those exercise bikes. It takes a little bit longer to do that. So max speed's 23 to 28 miles an hour. Net weight says it weighs about 60 pounds. Gross weight's 80 pounds, and the maximum load on this, guys, is 300 pounds. So all you front linemen for the San Francisco 49ers, I don't think this VTUVIA for you. So there you go on the specs, guys. So there's your key. Pretty basic. Got in the on position, off position, on position, and go all the way down is the release button so you can pull the battery out. It's on the on position right now. I got the seat down, kickstand, obviously, up, right? Everything's tight. Make sure your pedals are tight. Make sure everything's secured. Make sure there's little latches right here. They're all tight and everything's good. Make sure your handlebars, this thing right here, it opens and closes so you can adjust everything. Just kind of close that. It's a little loose right now, so I'm going to tighten that up. Right here. Just kind of tighten it up a little bit. You don't want this thing to be too loose when you're tightening it, so get that thing screwed up there. It's still a little bit too tight, so loosen it up a little bit. There we go. And then close that baby right there. Now she's ready to go. You got your display right here, obviously. Your Shimoto 7-speed. I don't know if you can see that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To go down, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to pop it back up, you press this one. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes back up to 7-speed. Okay, turn this baby on. You just hold down the M, the mode. She comes on right now. You can see you got 4 bars. You have the speed limit where you're going, and then you have the mileage. You can adjust all this. Now, note, guys, on this mode signal thing here, there's a specifications in the user's manual and on the internet to figure out how to adjust. You can adjust things like tire sizes. You can adjust it so that the pedal assist is the only thing that gets this bike moving. And there's another mode where you can do it where only the throttle is moving. And then another mode is where there's no throttle and just pedal assist. So look up on the manual for all that information. I don't want to bore you guys with all that stuff. But once you have this sucker ready to go, like I said, you got your mode button right here. And then you're going to see the pedal assist. See how you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to leave it in 1 mode just to keep going. Then you have your mileage indicator right here. And if you hold down the M and you hold down the plus, there's a bunch of different specifications that you can change. The speed, the bunch of different things. And like I said, I'm not going to bore you with that. So let's take this for a ride. One thing you want to do is you got to be careful when you first take off on this thing. You want to make sure that you're not going to run over nobody in front of you, and you're not going to kill yourself, so you always double check that there's nobody in front of you. I have this thing right now, as you see. I got it in pedal assist number 2, and it's going pretty good. You can get a maximum speed about 12 miles an hour when you're on pedal assist number 2. If you drop it down to pedal assist number 1, it's a little harder to pedal, but it's a good mode to be in because it's exercise. You're not going to go very fast. I'm only getting about 8, 9 miles an hour. The ride is very comfortable. You have the forks down there, which is pretty good. The suspension for the front fork. There's your on and off button right there. You got that red button down there on the right is to open and close the suspension if you need to. I'm in 1 now and I'm barely pedaling, so it's kind of hard to do it. So let's put it up to number 2. Number 2 is the base, is what I use all the time, even on my other bikes. You can move right along really good. Keeps the power down. I'm in 2 bars right now, so I got to get this thing charged up. But best mode for me and anybody, I'd say, if you're just cruising, going, taking the bike for a ride, is pedal assist number 2. Number 3, you're going to go obviously a little fast. I'll put it up to number 3. See, I'm going about 14. Probably get this thing up to about 14. Brakes were earning a really good front right brake. Left brake is your front brake. Like I said, I'm in pedal assist number 3 right now. So I don't want to go too fast. So I'm going to bring it down. But basically, anytime you're in 3, 4, or 5, you're really working the motor and the battery at the same time. And there's really no reason to be there unless you're in a hurry. So bring that down to number 3 or number 2. Like I said, the best thing is number 2. This thing rides really nice, actually. I mean, it is a little tight. It's a little rugged. But the ride on this thing is pretty smooth. When I was telling somebody about my product reviews, somebody was mentioning to me that, well, you say this is great and that's good. I said, well, it is. It's for the price, like I said in the past, for the price of one of these bicycles that they're offering them right now, this is a great buy. This is a nice little bike. I like the range. See how you got how my hand goes this way? I like it, and you can adjust the handlebars to go up, forward, and go back a little bit. But you want it to be straight, and you want it to be level. The handlebars to be level between you and the bike, so you're not leaning on your arms, and your arms end up getting really tired. Very impressed with this thing. Nice bike, nice ride. And I do like, a lot of you guys see that, I like the step through. Step through is where it goes way down and you don't have to worry about picking your old ass feet up over the top of the bar. It's got a lot of room to come in and out, especially when you come to a stop. Beautiful day down here at the beach. You see the ocean, guys? Can't beat that. Especially on a nice day like this, you get to ride around in a nice electric bike. What else can I say? Oh, there's your gears. Let's go over the gears real quick. So right now I'm in first gear. If I press this button right here, second, third gear. Make sure you're pedaling when you're shifting these back up and down, because you want to make sure the chain moves properly in the back and it doesn't just slip off. So you should always be pedaling when you're shifting gears. 6, 7. So I'm in 7th gear right now. Let's bring it down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, I'm in 1 right now, and I can look at my legs are like pedaling like crazy. So we'll bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, up in 7th gear, and I'm really pedaling right now. Boom. Oops, sorry guys. What do you think, Santiago? Okay, let me just finish. I'm almost done. I got one more thing to do, and I'll be back, all right? Starboard bow, the VTUVIA SF20 folding electric bike. I had a great time reviewing this bike. I appreciate VTUVIA sending me the product to do a review for them. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope I didn't bore you with too many specifications. Pretty simple. Nice folding bike, rides well, everything's self-explanatory. For the size that this bike is, for the different options and features that it has, the price is a great price. I'm going to put the information, description of the company, pricing, all that stuff in the description of this video. I appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, liking, and please comment. Let me know what you think of the bike. Let me know what you think of the video, and how in the future, if there's other stuff that I'm missing, I can help you guys understand better on what I'm reviewing. So there we go, the VTUVIA folding electric bike.